Good morning. I'm going to do now the super abbreviated, short version, bullet point style, real me summary video so that I can refute misinformation campaigns so you can know who I'm not and who I am. And if you need any additional information on any of the points that I talk about, I refer you to the other videos in the playlist, Getting Personal. And they're all just titled like Real Me dash, sort of number then dash topic, right? So it's easy to reference them if you want clarification. My name is Marcus. My birth name was Stephen, but I chose to separate myself from people who lied to me, exploited me, misrepresented me. So anyway, let's go through these. Some of these might seem really odd, but there has been a lot of weird rumors about me. So let's just jump in here. Number one, no, I am not an alien. Sorry to disappoint you. If you need more information, check video 1, video 1B, and video 1C. Next, no, I am not Jesus. Sorry, I cannot save the human race, and you are not God also, by the way. You're not God, I'm not Jesus. Let's make that very clear. I don't care what your church or your institution is. You're not God, I'm not Jesus. Anyway, so if you need more an explanation why that was necessary to say, do again check video 1 and also video 1C. The two of those did get sort of mixed up in some people's heads. Next, no, I am not a stalker. I did not stalk anybody. Yes, there is a false charge on my record. Under duress, I signed a plea deal. So if you would like more clarification on that matter, you may check video 2A and video 3. I think video 2B is in the short folder. Check that one also. And so there's that. All right. So you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not going to stalk you. Anyway, let's see. Next, be very, very clear. I am a heterosexual male. Always have been, always will be. I have been trying to date women for something like 3 years now. I do not choose a life of celibacy. I want to have a female life companion. All right, so I am available. Anyway, if you want to see how I approach all that, part of life, video 4 and video 12. Okay. Next. My daughters and I were subjected to gang stalking. It's a very, very uncivilized thing that some people do to other people. It's similar to cyber stalking, but it also includes like actual people on the ground tracking you, harassing you, and just it sucks. But anyway. There are some resources where you can learn more details about what that is so you can identify it and not participate in it. It's really, really harmful, not just to the target, but also to the people who participate in it. Anyway, so video 5 and video 5B. Next, no, I did not throw away my career. I did not quit my career. No, I was not interested in being some lone wolf, one-man show guy with a guitar. No, I did not sign away my publishing rights to anyone. If someone's claiming that, they're committing fraud and forgery and other nonsense. Anyway, I had a lot of beautiful art in mind that I wanted to do with partners and to bring happiness and yes, to make money so I could provide for my family. I've been very clear about that since I was 17 years old. I haven't changed my mind. If you want to see more about that, video 6 and video 6B. Next, I am a capitalist. I believe in capitalism because it supports meritocracy, it fosters personal autonomy, and it fosters prosperity. I do kind of wish people would be more generous and compassionate, and definitely I do believe that businesses need to be honest in their dealings. But I believe in capitalism. That's what I choose. I choose to be a business owner and have control of my resources. All right. Next, that video 7. If you need more presentation on that. Next, no, I did not have sexual relations with a teenager or molest a teenager. That never happened. Okay. Video 8. Um, okay. Next, yes, my daughters and I, 2 biological daughters, were subjected to abuse by cults, sororities, fraternities, secret societies. There's quite a lot of them in our civilization. I become more and more surprised by how many there are, and some are nice, just clubs, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with private citizens who share uh, goals like meeting together, but some groups tend to be very, very malevolent and deceitful and manipulative, and that is not good. And they did interfere in my life and my daughter's lives, and it was very abusive and very damaging. And basically, these people took 25 years of my life away from me, constantly interfering, trying to control all my options and relationships and finances. And when I tried to stand up to them, they decided to ruin my reputation. So anyway, you can learn about that from video 9 and video 10. Um, Next is, okay, video 11 is where I discuss my simple faith as a disciple of the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe in his divinity, his teaching, him as a representative of the character of God, him as the one who fulfilled the perfect, infinite atoning sacrifice, and also his literal resurrection from the dead. Okay, so but I don't belong to any specific church. I no longer belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay, they were doing things that are forbidden by their own scriptures and trying to make me participate in stuff that I never agreed to. So my conscience just was like, I cannot be part of that. So, but I also don't belong to any other church. Sometimes I'll worship with another church or study with a group or serve together. That's just me loving people. Okay. I'm allowed to do that. And I don't require you to have the same religious belief as me for us to be friends or business partners. I'm not like that. I'm not trying to force my religion on you, but I'm not going to let you force your religion on me either. Okay, I believe in mutual respect. And anyway, next. So video 11 is where I just talk about my simple, how I approach my faith now. Next, no, I am not an anarchist or a seditionist. I'm not trying to control the government. I don't think that I'm God. I don't think that they're God. I believe in law and order and respect for our basic God-given rights, and also the civil rights that are afforded as privileges of the Bill of Rights. They're spelled out in the Bill of Rights. They're based on principles in the Declaration of Independence. There's a mission statement in the preamble to the Constitution. That I believe in that, and I expect our government employees to be accountable to that. And some of them were abusing me and my family. They were misusing their authority, and so I did speak out against some of them because their conduct was very harmful and unlawful. But no, I don't. I'm not a seditionist. I don't want to, and I don't believe in anarchy. Okay. And I'm also not a druggy, junkie, schizo nut job, any of that stuff. All right. I'm a reasonable man. And my answers to all those kind of accusations are in video 13 and video 14. All right, next. Video 15 is just an invitation to, friends, collaborators, women who want to date a lover, just approach me, be real with me. I want to be real with you. So please be real with me. You don't have to be afraid. There's no legal, lawful reason why we cannot affiliate as citizens of the United States of America. We are legally and lawfully allowed to be alone together and enter into contracts with each other and engage in wholesome activities together to defend our property rights and our privacy rights. We're allowed to do all that. It's morally upright in the laws of God and in the laws of the United States of America. Okay. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. So, and you don't have to be afraid of bullies either. You know, people that are full of hate and they have obsessions and they want to ruin other people's happiness and inflict their misery on you. I don't see why we should let people like that control our relationships, because if you allow that, then pretty soon, you know, bullies are controlling everybody's life. So I don't live that way. I don't live by fear. I believe we can live by love and live by faith, and we have the blessing of our Creator. Okay, so please feel free to approach me, introduce yourself, um, and invite me out to do stuff, and let's do stuff. Don't be afraid. Okay. Next, video 16. That was video 15. Video 16 is about human trafficking, and so yes, some of the quasi-religious political zealot groups that interfered in my life, yes, they were exploiting me and my daughters in a way that does constitute human trafficking. And yes, I want the people who orchestrated it to be held accountable legally and financially. And no, I'm not interested in hunting down every single person who made a mistake or got tricked into it or blackmailed into it or whatever. I'm not like that. But there does need to be healthy boundaries. There needs to be, a legal recourse, and because I want a just society. A just society is a peaceful and prosperous society. Okay, and I would like to live. I mean, these people basically took away 25 years of my life. You know, we all have a limited amount of time in this world, and I would like to be able to live a real life. According to my conscience, and not be like a pet, slave to a bunch of sadistic, greedy, covetous, mean-spirited liars. Anyway, next. Okay, so those are all the ones that have videos that you can go to in this channel for more clarification. Now, let me just run quick through the following statements. And I'm not going to make whole videos about these, but here we are. Number one, no, I do not hate farmers and ranchers. I do encourage, groups to get together in community for like permaculture gardening and things like that try to work with nature. I think it's more regenerative. I think it's more wholesome, because it doesn't just nourish our bodies, it also nourishes our souls, and it's fun and it's healthy and all that. Next, no, I do not hate technology. Okay. What bothers me is when technology is misused to hurt people and exploit people, and when technology companies are unethical and manipulative in their practices, and then they get away with it. That bothers me. I would like our technology companies to be more responsible, a little more methodical. You don't have to rush us, over the edge of something that we're not prepared for. And fear should not be the motive. Greed should not be the motive, and we should really be more forthright with the public so that the public can make informed consent decisions together about what we pursue. All right. Next, no, I do not practice magic or any occult stuff. I only have really basic, rudimentary knowledge that I've gained over the years of different types of sort of what you might call mystical traditions and how they view the construction of reality and all that stuff. But I'm not a practitioner. I'm not a master or a teacher of any of these things. Very rudimentary familiarity. That's it. So it's that's not the path that I choose for my life. My politics, I'm mostly like moderately conservative, sort of libertarian, limited government kind of view person. Um, I don't like hyper controlling governments, but I also don't like, I don't like extremists on the far right or left, BLM, LGBTQ over here, or Antifa or whatever, and then over here, like what do they call them? The right wing groypers and all these very, very angry control. I just don't want extremism. I don't like it. I don't like totalitarianism. Um, um, I want us to be mutually respectful and enjoy life together, and so anyway, I just want to preserve the Constitution, basically, the principles in the Declaration of Independence, the structure and purpose of the Constitution, and make sure that we do place restrictions on government overreach according to the Bill of Rights. Anyway, let's see. I already talked about that. I think I already mentioned that. Oh, this is very important. Look, the privacy intrusions of my life and the coercions and the misrepresentations, that stuff was non-consensual. I did not agree to it ever. And it was very, very hurtful, and I wanted to stop. Okay. I don't care what, like, if that's what your fraternity or your sorority or your secret society or your technology company, if that's how they treat people, then you're in the wrong. And you're not helping society. You're just hurting people, and I want you to stop and leave me out of it. Okay. And um, I want truth to come out. Okay. And truth heals people. I want to be able to live a life of love, not a life of enslavement. And love should be reciprocal, and it should be in person. Okay. That's the proper way to cultivate love. And I do want justice. Again, I don't need overkill, but anyway. All right, this is very important, and I'll finish with this. No, I do not claim perfection or flawlessness for myself, never have. And no, I do not demand perfection or flawlessness from other people. I never have. Okay. I just want us to be real together. We have, limitations as mortal people in the current kind of hardware we have, which does place limits on our perceptions and our amount of energy and all that stuff. So, and you might say I'm kind of a scarred up, from the experiences I've had in life. I'm not too proud to admit that, and I need healing too, and love and truth and justice and that stuff heals people, and so I really just need to have healthy, real relationships and partnerships like anybody else, and I want to bring joy and creativity and beauty into the world, and I would like to, have family, and I decide that with whoever I marry. We don't answer to anyone else. I don't need approval from anyone else for who I marry, and we don't need to answer to anyone else's expectations for how we live our life as a couple. Okay, so anyway, and I'm not going to hold anyone to an impossible standard, and I wish that you would stop doing that to me. Okay, I can't represent everybody's cause and everybody's misery, and like I'm one person. All right, and I don't not interested at all in some sort of weird collective hive mind Borg, you know. Ugh. I respect individuality. All right, uh, and but I also believe in cultivating harmony. And so, but that has to be a voluntary thing. It can't be coerced. It needs to be voluntary. So, all right, that should be it. That's the short version. Again, more information in the other videos. That's who I really am. Please get to know me. Please don't be afraid, and please don't be phony. I don't like it. I don't want phony people in my life. Okay, just be real with me. All right, great. Thank you. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.